Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Patricia Mota. It's an honor to be here. It's an honor to welcome you all to this year's Women's History Month celebration hosted by the Illinois State Treasurer's Office. Today, we have come together to reflect on history, not only to reflect on history, but to celebrate women who continue shaping our communities, leading in business, leading in government, education, and beyond. Their contributions remind us that progress is not inevitable. It is the result of courage, resilience, and leadership. And congratulations to all of the awardees here today. Here in Illinois, we are proud to build on the legacy of trailblazers like Jane Addams, whose dedication to social justice and community upliftment still inspires us today. That spirit lives through organizations like ASE, the Hispanic Alliance for Career Enhancement, where I serve as its president and CEO, which has worked tirelessly to advance economic mobility, professional development, and leadership opportunities for Latinos, underrepresented talent, and specifically Latinas with our legacy Mujeres de ASE Women's Leadership Program. By empowering women with the tools, networks, and resources to thrive, we continue to break barriers and open doors across industries. And I've had the honor and the privilege to serve as a member of the Illinois Charitable Trust Board, where I have seen firsthand the power of investments in our communities, an effort championed by today's host, our Treasurer Michael Frerichs. And under his leadership, the Treasurer's Office has been instrumental in ensuring that critical resources reach women and minority-owned businesses and nonprofits, strengthening our economic future. It is my great pleasure to introduce our leader who shares this commitment in financial empowerment, equity, and opportunity for all. Michael Frerichs was elected Illinois State Treasurer in November 2014 and re-elected twice, starting his third term in January 2023. The Treasurer's Office invests money on behalf of the state, the local units of government. Treasurer Frerichs also believes in providing individuals with a variety of tools so that they can invest in themselves. He does this by encouraging savings plans for college and trade school, increasing financial education among all ages, removing barriers to secure retirement, and protecting our residents from predatory companies. Treasurer Frerichs is married to Erica. He has a daughter, Ella, and twin sons, Theo and Max. Please all join me in welcoming our Illinois State Treasurer, the Honorable Michael Frerichs.
If you can stand here for 1 second, I say, Patricia, thank you very much for that kind introduction. As you've heard, Patricia said that she has served on our Charitable Trust Board. It is a great organization that gives out grants to a lot of great organizations throughout the state that make for stronger communities. She is now stepping down. And I want to thank you for your service, and we want to present you with a letter of thanks for your time serving on that board.
So it's been my honor.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So we have a lot of great programs in the Treasurer's Office, but that's not why you're here today. You're here because we're going to recognize some great accomplishments for a lot of women. But my staff tells me that you got to say something about the office here today. So we'll talk for just a little bit here. We've already talked more about Treasurer Frerichs than we need to, but I run an organization here of a lot of people who are doing great things, and let's just talk about what some of them are. So today, the purpose is to honor women who are community leaders, and you are here because you're their friends, your family, and it's important that they get recognized for the work they have done. But we're going to lift them up a little bit higher so that other people can see them as well. This is not just about acknowledging their work, but providing an example for young women right now who are deciding what they want to do with their lives. Because if they can't see someone who looks like them in a certain field, they're much less likely to do that. So we hold up people in a variety of fields and demonstrate what success looks like for women doing a variety of things, whether that be in athletics, business, public service, the arts, any number of things we'll be doing today. So earlier today, I thanked them. Thanked them for being here. And frequently when I do that, they say, well, no, thank you for giving me an award. I said, no, thank you, because we're going to use you as an example for people out there. And so thank you for being here. Representation matters. If you can't see someone who looks like you in a field, it doesn't mean you won't be successful, but it does make it more difficult. And so Illinois boasts a rich legacy of women activists, from those who fought for voting rights to those who continue fighting for equality and progress today. Women's History Month has been officially on the books since 1987, but dates back more than 100 years. Each year, the National Women's History Alliance puts out a theme for Women's History Month. This year's theme is Moving Forward Together, Women Educating and Inspiring Generations. We will honor 2 educators here today. You do not have to be in a classroom to educate people and to inspire people. All 8 of our award recipients are inspiring women. As a father, I want my daughter to know her value in the sky is limit. I want my 2 sons to know how they're going to uplift and support women in their lives. I've ensured in my office that women are in key leadership roles on my team. I've also helped to fight for put more women on corporate boards. As treasurer, I'm the state's chief investment officer, and I'm a firm believer in the importance of raising the bar and setting higher standards higher for diversity. Now, my staff in the past has given me a long laundry list of numbers to put out there. They're impressive numbers. Most people don't like listening to a list of numbers. So I'll give you just a couple of them, a couple of numbers that hopefully tell a story. In our investments, we've increased the participation of women broker-dealers and asset managers. When I came into office in 2014, there's about $603 million in assets brokered by firms owned by minorities, women, veterans, or people with disabilities. $603 million. As of the end of last fiscal year, that number was $45 billion. That $603 million to $45 billion is a 75-fold increase. And that happens because we were deliberate, and we had a team that worked to make that happen. And one more, we try to help companies create jobs through our Illinois Growth and Innovation Fund. Of the over $800 million we invested to date, over 20% of our investment have gone to women-led funds, which in the venture capital field is a high number. In this office, we're committed to supporting and celebrating women's achievements. That's something we should be doing every day and every month, not just in March. Today, we're honoring 8 women for their contributions to our state. A consultant, a food depository CEO, a nonprofit founder, an award-winning teacher, a state senator, a labor leader, a soccer player, and an orchestra executive director. I'm happy to celebrate each of you today. I want to thank you all for the work you have given to our state. So with that, let's get into the awards. That's why you're all here. Now time to honor some incredible Illinois women who have made a difference in our communities and our state. All right. The Treasurer's Outstanding Achievement in Sportsmanship Award is presented to Christina Kreil. Christina Kreil teaches social studies at Richards High School in Oak Lawn, which she calls her dream job. Another educator. She's also continuing to achieve her dream of playing soccer on the biggest stage, and she's doing so while fighting a rare disease. Christina grew up in Burbank and fell in love with soccer in 5th grade. She played through high school, all the while experiencing pain in her right foot. At 17 years old, she was diagnosed with a giant cell tumor on the bone, a rare disease that she battled bravely, but eventually led to the amputation of her foot. Just over a year later, she found a way to play soccer again, when she was selected to the U.S. Women's National Amputee Soccer Team. She's the only player representing the state of Illinois on that team. The team participated in the inaugural Women's Amputee Football World Cup in Columbia last November, with the result of 2nd place among the 12 participating teams. A true inspiration to her community, Christina continues to fight the disease and take on new challenges. She's balancing it with teaching at Richards High School, all the while being a wife and mother of 2 young children. Christina Kreil is a shining example of strength, courage, and determination. She wants to spread awareness and continues to promote and fundraise for the Women's Amputee Soccer Team. For this and many other reasons. It's a story of overcoming obstacles and being resilient. That when we talk about athletics or sport, some people will say, oh, well, what titles have you won? I don't care where you are, I care where you have where you have come from and how far you have come. And for that, Ms. Kreil, please step forward.
You kind of stole my speech, but I was going to say all that. Thank you very much for this award, and I believe I was nominated for this award by Carol, so thank you, Carol. She saw my story on the news, and I would like to tell you a little bit about that now. Not many people know about my disease or my team, and this summer I decided to get loud. So with the help of my employer, NBC and CBS each did a special interest piece about my story. I have metastatic giant cell tumor of bone, and after years of monitoring and surgery, the tumor eventually broke my right foot beyond repair, resulting in my below-the-knee amputation. The amputation was also to prevent the spread of the tumor, which failed. I currently have 17 tumors in my lungs and lymph nodes, and I'm not a candidate for chemotherapy because it's not cancer. I continue to search for a drug trial and a specialist abroad, as there are none in the United States. But I won this award for sportsmanship, so I'd like to talk about my wonderful team, the Women's United States Amputee Soccer Team. I posted a video of myself kicking a soccer ball over a trampoline to my son, and it went viral on the amputee Facebook pages, and the coach contacted me. Not realizing that I could play soccer again, or that this sport has been around for 40 years, I quickly enrolled and tried out. I just kept saying yes. I flew to New York and New Jersey for practices. I trained virtually with the other women. I rebuilt myself while learning everything I could from them. I learned just as much about playing soccer on crutches as I did about my new life as an amputee. We earned silver in the inaugural Women's World Cup in Barranquilla, Colombia this November. We lost to Colombia in a PK shootout, and I'm still not over it. We still train and we talk all the time. And we would love your support for our men's team that are training for their World Cup in 2026. Find us online at www.usampsoccer.org. Many people have asked why I continue with sports while I battle my health. And that's simple. Sports is my therapy. And I need to be strong, and as strong as possible, for all the people I love so much. My children, my husband, and my mom, who's here with me now. They're all watching me. And the greatest lesson I have to teach is grit. There will always be another storm. That's life. So we shake it off, we get back up, and we build each other up, always. Thank you.
I said earlier why we do this. We also do it because I meet interesting people and come away inspired from these things. And so thank you all for being here today, and I hope you are similarly inspired as well. All right. Hopefully you enjoyed this day as much as I have. We can't end without giving some thanks. A special thanks to members of the State Treasurer's Advisory Council. For those who are here, would you please stand to be recognized? I also want to thank every one of you who took time out of your busy schedules to be here today. I know you were here to honor your friends, your family, but you are part of this. No one accomplishes all these things by themselves. There are people behind them supporting them along the way, and so thank you for that. I want to thank all of our awardees for their hard work and perseverance. The world needs more women like this, and they need to hear more stories like this. And so we'll be sharing some of these stories on social media. If you have followers and you like what we put together, please share this. You know, I'm glad you could all be here today, but there are a lot more people who need to hear these stories. Each of these honorees represents the best of us, and it's important that we have the opportunity, when we do have the opportunity, we share the roses for those who serve our communities while they're alive and well. I also have to thank my staff. I get to put my name on the door. I get to put my name on the program here, but none of this would happen without them. And so I want to thank the Treasurer's Office staff for putting today together. So hopefully you will join us for some food afterwards here today. We're going to pull this back. We'll all step forward. If you put your awards away in boxes, if you take them out, we're going to take a group picture afterwards. But I want to comment on something that Jenny just said. You quoted someone who said, "I know I wrote it, but this piece belongs to you." I know that I have the honor of hosting this here today, but this day belongs to these women. The honor belongs to them. It's been my honor to share it with you today. Thank you.